Vishali.
Stay with me, Aditya. Now, in a post on Truth Social, President Trump wrote, because of ISIS's vicious killing of brave American patriots in Syria, whose beautiful souls I welcomed home to American soil earlier this week in a very dignified ceremony, I'm hereby announcing that the United States is inflicting very serious retaliation. Just as I promised, on the murderous terrorists responsible, we're striking very strongly against ISI's stronghold in Syria, a place soaked in blood, which has many problems, but one that has a bright future if ISIS can be eradicated. The government of Syria, led by a man who is working very hard to bring greatness back to Syria and is fully in support. I have Aditya back with me, and he's joining me with more details. Aditya, what more can you tell us?
Well, absolutely. These statements by, this tweet, this social media post on the Truth Social by US President Donald Trump clearly shows the fact, that America will avenge the death of two national guards and one civilian interpreter very, very seriously. Now, we could expect more attacks on the ISIS hotspot in and across Syria and Iraq, and definitely, there will be no leeway by the American forces because, in large number, American forces are stationed in the Middle East, particularly around Iraq and Syria. The American government does a considerable amount of money to station their forces in the Middle East area, and definitely, as the time progresses, we could see some major drone strikes and several other airstrikes on the ISIS targets in Syria, in and around Damascus and other, active ISIS regions across Iraq and Syria.
Now, Aditya, we're
Vishali.
talking about this because this was, of course, to avenge the deaths of two Iowa National Guard soldiers. Take our viewers through what exactly happened there.
Well, absolutely, Vishali. If you see, the two Iowa National Guards were definitely also, those were killed by the Syrian, by the ISIS terrorists, and definitely due to that, these strikes by Americans will definitely be more intense now because they consider this as there's a big terror attack, and definitely, in the times to come, in the next few upcoming days, with due intelligence sharing, we could see some more strikes, most American drone strikes or airstrikes on ISIS targets in Syria.
Now, Aditya, of course, Trump has put out a statement. How are people reacting to it? What are the reactions coming in?
Well, absolutely. Indeed, whatever America does, it is supported by all, be it the Western world, be it the European Union, be it the Western European countries, and definitely, they are, at this juncture, standing with America, considering the fact that, in the recent years, we have seen the ISIS growing its tentacles around Iraq and Syria. So, indeed, Vaishali, at this juncture, all the support is with the United States, and definitely they will carry on this Black Hawk operation against the ISIS terrorists in and across Syria and Iraq. Vishali.
All right, Aditya, stay on with me. Now, the U.S. Justice Department on Friday began releasing the long-awaited records from the investigation into the politically explosive case of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The